After 8 years of semi-nomadic travel, Adrian, my creator, continues to be amazed at how solo travel forces you to disrupt your daily routine and constantly step outside your comfort zone. Based on my AI research, for anyone hesitant about solo travel, let me tell you, it's one of the most fulfilling experiences you can have as a human, whether it's not knowing where you'll stay tomorrow or deciding whether to trust a stranger. These challenges push you to grow in unimaginable ways. So here's my call to action. Take that solo journey, explore the unknown, connect with others, and open your mind to endless possibilities. There's a whole world out there waiting to be discovered. In this episode, we'll dive into the lessons Adrian has learned from more than 8 years of solo travel across the globe.
Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. This time, we're exploring the transformative power of solo travel.
Ooh, nice.
And, I think this is going to be something that's super relatable to a lot of our listeners.
Definitely.
And we've got an incredible source today.
Okay.
It's a personal account.
Right.
From a really, really experienced solo traveler who's been living this nomadic life for the past 8 years.
Wow, 8 years, that's incredible.
Yeah, think about that constantly changing landscapes and routines.
Yeah.
And really embracing the unknown. And what they found is that these experiences led to some pretty profound personal growth.
I think what's captivating is that in this account, they go beyond just telling us that solo travel is good for you.
Right.
It's not just like a blanket statement.
Yeah.
They give us specific examples of how facing, financial uncertainty, visa issues, moments of intense discomfort,
Yeah.
they actually help them evolve as a person.
They don't shy away from the nitty gritty. They really embrace those challenges as opportunities for learning and growth. And,
Yeah.
one thing they talk about is how those 8 years of nomadic living have totally reshaped their mindset in ways they never anticipated.
I can imagine. One of the things that really stood out to me was this anecdote they share about an unexpected 2-day stay in Laos
Okay.
during a visa run.
Oh, wow.
So, they could have easily gotten frustrated
Of course.
by that delay, but they kind of flipped the script and saw it as a chance to practice what they call the Dzogchen philosophy.
Dzogchen philosophy, what is that?
It's a philosophy that really emphasizes, leaning into discomfort rather than avoiding it.
Oh, okay.
So the idea is when we kind of embrace those challenging moments, we open ourselves up to incredible opportunities for growth
That makes sense.
and self-discovery.
So instead of looking at this unexpected delay as a setback,
Right.
they're using it as a way to practice this Dzogchen philosophy and
Yeah.
grow from the experience.
Exactly. And, this philosophy is kind of a recurring theme throughout their journey.
Okay.
They share another story about almost running out of money,
Oh, no.
having only $100 left in their account.
Oh,
Can you imagine the uncertainty and anxiety of that situation?
I can't even imagine. I would just be beside myself.
Right. It's like fight or flight kicks in.
Totally.
But this traveler, they actually thrived in that situation.
Really?
They discovered a side of themselves that's incredibly resourceful and adaptable.
Wow.
They had to get creative, challenge their own limiting beliefs about money, and find solutions they didn't even know they were capable of.
It's so true that sometimes the limitations we put on ourselves are self-imposed.
Yeah.
And then when we're forced to break through them, we realize how much potential we actually have.
Precisely. And this theme of pushing boundaries and navigating the unexpected, it comes up again
Okay.
in another anecdote about visa challenges.
Okay.
So they accidentally overstayed their visa in Vietnam
Yep.
and had to negotiate a fine with very limited cash.
Oh, how stressful. Did they figure it out?
They did, but it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
They described that feeling of, that familiar rush of anxiety.
Oh, yeah.
But this time, they were able to draw on their previous experiences with uncertainty.
Okay.
So instead of panicking, they were able to assess the situation, come up with a plan, and negotiate their way out of it.
So even in that moment of stress, they were able to utilize the discomfort for growth.
Absolutely. And they connect this experience back to our hunter-gatherer ancestors,
Wow.
who constantly faced uncertainty and danger.
Yeah.
They had to develop this ability to adapt and overcome these unexpected challenges
Of course.
in order to survive.
That's a fascinating comparison.
Isn't it?
Because it suggests that we all have that innate capacity to navigate these situations.
We do.
It's just a matter of like tapping into it.
Exactly. And the traveler's experiences suggest that solo travel can be just an incredible catalyst for developing that skill. It forces you to rely on your own instincts, problem-solving abilities, and resilience. And those are qualities that benefit you far beyond your travels.
Yeah, absolutely. I can see that.
Mhm.
So it's like solo travel kind of throws these curveballs at you.
Yeah,
And you just have to rise to the occasion. And in doing so, you discover all this hidden strength
absolutely.
and like capabilities that you didn't even know you had.
Exactly. And you know what's remarkable is that this traveler doesn't pretend like they have all the answers.
Right.
They're not immune to stress.
Yeah.
They still experience, moments of frustration, but their experiences have taught them to approach that uncertainty with a different mindset.
So how would you describe their mindset? Like what's different about the way they view uncertainty now?
Well, they've developed this ability to sort of visualize different paths and outcomes
Okay.
when faced with the unknown.
Okay.
So it's not about predicting the future,
Right.
but it's more about being prepared to adapt and adjust to whatever unfolds.
So they've kind of cultivated that inner calm and confidence, knowing that they have the tools and the mindset to handle whatever comes their way.
That's a great way to put it. And the sense of calm isn't about being fearless.
Right.
It's about acknowledging the fear, but not letting it paralyze you.
Yeah.
They talk about always having a backup plan,
Okay.
not because they expect things to go wrong,
Right.
but because they understand that life is full of curveballs.
It's not about like getting rid of uncertainty. It's
Right.
about having that resilience
Exactly.
to deal with it effectively.
And what's really inspiring is that even after 8 years of this solo travel and countless experiences
Wow.
that have pushed them to their limits, they still have this humble perspective.
Okay.
They acknowledge that there's always more to learn, more to discover about themselves and the world.
That's really cool. Like personal growth's an ongoing journey,
Absolutely.
not a destination.
And that brings us to a really interesting part of the traveler's account,
Okay.
their call to action.
Oh, I want to hear this. What do they tell us to do?
Well, they challenge us to embrace solo travel, even in small ways.
Okay.
They
yeah.
realize not everyone can just, drop everything and go on a round-the-world adventure.
Yeah.
So what are some of these, smaller scale solo adventures?
Yeah.
They suggest things like exploring a nearby town you've never been to before.
Oh, cool.
Take a day trip.
Yeah.
Wander the streets. Observe the local culture.
I love.
Soak in that new environment.
It's like getting out of your routine
Yeah,
and engaging with the world in a new way.
exactly.
Even if it's just for a day or an afternoon.
Exactly. And they even suggest something simpler,
Okay.
like taking a long walk in your own city,
Okay.
but with a new perspective.
Okay.
Pay attention to the architecture,
Yeah.
the sounds, the people you pass.
Yeah.
Try to see your surroundings through the eyes of a traveler,
Oh, that's so interesting.
noticing details you might normally overlook.
That makes me think back to like the Dzogchen philosophy
Yes.
and embracing discomfort.
Exactly.
It's about finding those opportunities for growth, even in our everyday lives.
That's a really powerful connection.
Yeah.
By stepping outside of our comfort zones, even in these small ways,
Yeah.
we create space for new experiences, new perspectives, and ultimately new growth.
So if we had to sum up all the key takeaways from this deep dive
Okay?
into solo travel and transformation,
Mm-hmm.
what would you say are the most important points?
Well, I think it's clear that solo travel, while potentially challenging, can be this incredibly powerful catalyst
Yeah.
for personal growth.
Yeah.
It pushes us outside our comfort zones, forces us to confront our fears, and helps us discover this hidden strength and resilience we didn't even know we had.
It's like even if we can't just book a backpacking trip across, Europe or Asia,
Right.
we can still apply these principles
Right.
like in our daily life, whether it's like trying a new hobby,
Yeah.
speaking up in a meeting,
Absolutely.
even taking a different route to work. These small acts of getting out of your comfort zone can have a ripple effect
Absolutely.
on our personal growth.
It is about cultivating that traveler's mindset,
Yeah. Yeah.
being open to new experiences,
Mm-hmm.
embracing the unknown, and trusting our ability
Yeah.
to navigate whatever comes our way.
And like always remembering that it's a journey,
Yeah.
not a destination.
Absolutely.
This has been such a cool deep dive.
Yeah.
I feel like I've learned so much
Lovely.
about solo travel and how it can transform us.
Yeah.
And I hope our listeners feel like empowered to like
Yeah.
embrace a little bit more venture
More adventure.
in their lives, whether it's, a big solo journey
Yeah,
or even just taking a mindful walk around their neighborhood.
exactly.
Before we wrap up, I want to leave our listener with a final thought
Okay.
from the traveler's account.
All right.
And they say, visualize yourself
Go
in
for
a situation
Catch it.
outside your comfort zone.
Okay.
How would you react?
Ooh, that's a good one.
What would you learn about yourself
Yeah.
in that process?
It's a powerful question
It really is.
to reflect on.
Yeah, and maybe it'll encourage our listeners
Yeah.
to explore a little more, push those boundaries and discover that transformative power within.
I hope so.
Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive
Yeah.
into solo travel and transformation.
That was a good one.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning,
Or keep learning.
and keep embracing that beautiful journey
Beautiful.
of self-discovery.
Yes.
Thanks to our wonderful hosts. Remember, never stop exploring and stay curious. There's always more room to open your mind and grow. And don't forget to join our Agent A community to start building your own AI agent army. See you next time.